Hello and welcome to the Damn Good Podcast. This show is going to take you for a ride. We're going to go through what's going on in my life while it happens. We're going to talk about mindset, fitness, business, strategy, and tactics. Big question, what do I need to do today to get better tomorrow? Hey, I'm Dillon Mitchell, and this is a Damn Good Podcast. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Damn Good Podcast. Guys, today we're going to talk about travel. And why is travel important? We'll talk about in just a minute. As always, guys, if you like the show, if you got something from it, please share with a friend. We don't advertise. We don't do any of that. We do that specifically for you. And if the show grows, great. If it doesn't, we're okay with that too. Ultimately, we're doing this to help you guys get better every single day. Now, today's episode is going to be on travel. Why is travel so important? And why are we maybe not traveling? Obviously, this year with COVID, travel might be a little more difficult. But is it really? Is it really a little more difficult? See, I've done 3 round-trip plane flights this year. I've done a tremendous amount of driving and traveling. And travel doesn't have to be anything crazy. Because here's how I'm going to define travel. Travel is going and seeing something new. If you live in the city, do you take a drive out to the country and see the cornfields? Go and walk in the woods, go walk in the mountains. Now, I'm blessed and grateful that I have mountains, lakes, woods within 20 minutes of me, an hour. And for most of you, you have different scenery within an hour's drive. It's the beauty of cars and that type of travel is that very quickly you can see tremendous amounts of different scenery. Now with this, it's going to take a little bit of effort, but that's the whole point. And the whole point of travel in its most basic forms, right, going and seeing something different, is that you get a different perspective, that your mind opens up to different things, to different possibilities. You maybe think a little differently. And one of the big benefits here is, especially if you go to someplace that's wide open, right? And by wide open, I don't mean businesses or any of that stuff. I mean wide open skies, big landscapes, huge vistas where you can see for a long time or long distance. In that, one of the things I've been reading and talking about, and I find to be pretty true in my own experience, is having the ability to go and look over long distances. So like if you take a walk, do it in a place that's more open, not necessarily in the trees. Doing that, you're looking out far distances, and instead of something like close up, which allows you to see not only further, but it's a little happier. It's a weird thing that being able to look out far, like on the horizon and everything else, not something up close. And especially while you're walking, you're outside, you're getting sunlight. And then having that ability to look, out over the horizon is a big deal. So going out for a walk, being able to see far distances and not just something up close will make you happier. It's hard to not smile while you're looking out maybe at the ocean or big mountain vistas or rolling hills. Whatever that vista might be for you, that scenic viewpoint, just pull over on the highway, take a stop and a gander. It's hard not to be happy and experience things a little differently. But the pure reason for this is that it's going to open your mind. It's going to expand, and you're going to think about things differently, right? Think about how people live in the country versus how they're confined in the cities, right? Or how magnificent a city is if you're from the country and you go to the city, like how magnificent these buildings are and these skyscrapers and just how tall and amazing the structures are, how incredible the lights and sounds and everything else that you experience in the city. Same thing could be said in the country, how quiet it is, how many stars you can see, right? Each has their own thing and they're completely unique. And again, you don't have to travel all that far to experience this type of beauty. So here's the point. Travel. If you haven't traveled, if you haven't gone for a drive. And guys, it really doesn't have to be that crazy. Go for a 30-minute drive tonight. Just go and drive. It's not gonna be that detrimental. It's not that expensive, and it just opens your mind up a little bit. Go drive, pull over somewhere safely, and then just get out. Take it all in. Look around. It's gonna help you out so much and just show you other things that you haven't seen before and open up your mind just a little bit. It's going to get you out of the day-to-day as well, out of the drudgery, out of the repetition, which repetition is great, don't get me wrong, but this is all about opening up your mind, and that's what travel does for you. Now, obviously, when COVID restrictions and all that great stuff have been lifted for travel to especially other countries, going and seeing places, I'm wearing like a Philippines shirt that my parents got me, but I've been to Laos and Thailand, and it's great to travel, right? Like Mexico, even different parts of Mexico. It's go and travel to different locations, different countries, and take in different sights, sounds, cultures, feelings. It's going to expand your mind, and that's the whole point. So, guys, go travel. Thank you for listening, and that is this episode of the Damn Good Podcast. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.